Alrighty, Giant fans, how's it going? Hank here, right back at you with another short video on the Big Blue Avenue YouTube channel. Folks, friendly neighborhood reminder, if you want to give us a follow on our social medias, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Big Blue Avenue. And of course, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below. Give us a subscribe if you like more of what you see. And the big news for today, it has been announced that unfortunately, New York Giants starting quarterback Daniel Jones is now out for the season due to the severe neck injury that he sustained during the win against the Philadelphia Eagles. And geez, I really don't know what to say. Every time it seems like things can't get any worse for the Giants, that's exactly what happens. And, you know, essentially, this puts the Giants in a Giants quarterback situation into more uncertainty than we have been used to from the Giants. And for those of you who have been wanting Eli Manning gone or have been calling out Eli Manning over the course of the past 15 years, I hope you're happy. Don't ever forget, we were spoiled with quarterback stability for 15 years with the quarterback who was pretty damn good when his GM built a good team around him for a certain part of his career. So, you know, I don't know what more to say with regards to that. Like, Tom and I have pretty much driven this point home on multiple episodes of Big Blue Avenue that we really didn't know what we had with Eli Manning until he was gone. And I'm not saying anything bad about Daniel Jones here. If you've seen any episodes of Big Blue Avenue, you know that Tom and I are both very strong Daniel Jones supporters. However, with that being said, the unfortunate truth is this is now the third year in a row that he has suffered a bad injury, and now it's even worse because he's out for the season. So it really begs the question, how do the Giants go about the rest of the season? One option, you could start Mike Glennon. However, I don't know if every Giant fan is going to be totally optimistic about that, because if you saw the last game he played yesterday against the Dallas Cowboys, he had what I would call a stink bomb. He went 13 for 24, threw for only 99 yards and 3 picks. Those are less than stellar numbers, and that's just probably me being too kind. The other option is you can start Jake Fromm for the rest of the season to build on what I would say was probably a little bit of a decent showing in the second half. I mean, you know, granted, he didn't really get to play much, and obviously it was towards the end of the game, but, you know, at the end of the day, like, the season's already pretty much a lost cause as it is. They're 4-10. There's almost no shot the Giants have to making the playoffs. So if you want to start Fromm to see what he has left, honestly, by all means, go ahead. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over that decision whatsoever. However, we need to talk about the big picture. The real reason this hurts, let's assume that Daniel Jones is going to go into next season as your starting quarterback, which obviously I think is going to happen because we know there's really no quarterback that's really attractive to any like college scouts that's going to be available in the first round. And you have one more year left of Daniel Jones' rookie contract. So you might as well give him another shot next year. However, the big ramifications for this injury, the narrative about his health has only gotten worse. Because as I said, this is the third year in a row that Jones has missed time with an injury. He has yet to play a full season. And now those questions are going to be louder and louder over the next offseason. And you can make the argument that his inability to stay healthy was probably just as big of an issue as the turnovers were, because obviously turnovers are something that are fixable. Quarterback turns it over, practices, learns how to take better care of the ball. You fix it. Health is health. That's a pretty big deal. But regardless of what happens, I think the more important thing for the Giants going into the 2022 season is you have to enter that season with a good backup plan. And again, I'm not suggesting they need to draft a quarterback in the first round. I'm thinking more along the lines of maybe signing say, a competent veteran, hopefully one that can maybe win you a certain amount of games if disaster happens. Because let's put it this way. At the end of the day, you have a backup quarterback for the same reason that you have a smoke detector in your house. And with Daniel Jones' injury history, you don't just need any backup quarterback. You need one that's actually capable of winning you games. Not a Mike Glennon, and most likely not a Jake Fromm, who you pretty much picked up off the street, if we're putting it kindly. So that's pretty much my take on the whole Daniel Jones situation. Here's hoping for a speedy recovery with Daniel Jones. And, I think the Giants probably did the right thing by shutting him down for the season because, let's face it, a neck injury is no joke. And if he played again over the course of the next few games, and if he took one more bad hit, then he could pretty much be done with football because a neck injury is very serious. And, you want Daniel Jones to be healthy going into the next season because, as I said, it's a contract year. You want to see what you have from him before he hits free agency and that rookie contract is up, and before you really have to stop and think, is this guy the franchise quarterback? But folks, that's really all I have to talk about the Daniel Jones situation for this episode. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to hit that big red button down below. Give us a follow on all of our forms of social media. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you like what you saw, please also hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Are you worried about Daniel Jones for the long-term future? What do you think the Giants should do about their quarterback situation? Should they draft one in the first round, or should they just sign a backup for next season? Please let me know in the comments, and I would be more than happy to talk to you down below. And, of course, please don't forget to tune in to our live show Thursday night at 7 p.m. Tom and I will be back together again to go over the Giants' loss against the Dallas Cowboys, and we will be previewing their upcoming game against the Philadelphia Eagles. But until next time, I'm Hank and Dictor, and I will talk to you guys later.